the council approved unanimously for the different categories of the prerogative of mercy. The total is about 175. Of the total, email recommended for presidential clemency were about 82. Those recommended for reduced sentence for their terms of imprisonment are 65. And those recommended for reduced sentences from death to life imprisonment are about 7 in number. So the total number is 175, unanimously approved.
Tinubu's pardon sparks outrage. Why Nigerians are losing faith in justice? In a country where victims still mourn and kidnappers still roam, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's decision to grant presidential pardon to convicted killers and a notorious kidnap kingpin has ignited a national storm. From Maryam Sanda, who murdered her husband in cold blood, to Kelvin Oniarah, the most wanted kidnapper who once terrorized 4 states, Nigerians are asking, is this mercy or is this madness? This morning on Chinick TV, we examine how a single act of clemency has reopened wounds, questioned justice, and shaken the moral foundation of the nation. Let's begin with Kelvin Prosper Oniarah, also known as Kelvin Ibruwi. In 2013, his name struck fear across the South and parts of the Southeast. He was no petty thief. He was accused of kidnapping a sitting judge, a federal inland revenue official, several corps members, and Dr. Shudi Nweke, the former deputy governor of Anambra State, who was killed while in captivity. Security agencies risked their lives to capture him. The DSS and military tracked him to Kokori, Delta State, after a manhunt that lasted months. When he was finally arrested, Nigerians rejoiced. Justice had prevailed, but 12 years later, that same man has walked out of prison a free man, reportedly on the president's pardon list. No apology to the families, no clear explanation to the public, just freedom. For many Nigerians, that freedom feels like a slap on the face of every honest security officer who ever risked his life. The outrage deepened when reports emerged that Maryam Sanda, the Abuja woman convicted of killing her husband, Maryam, was also granted clemency. Compare that to Sunday Jackson from Benue, sentenced to death for defending himself against armed henchmen. How can a system pardon murderers but execute a man who tried to stay alive? As one citizen wrote online, Nigeria forgives the powerful and kills the powerless. That is the heartbreak many are feeling today. Even more ironic, while these pardons are stirring anger at home, President Tinubu is attending the Akaba Process meeting in Rome, a global security summit against terrorism. How do we preach counter-terrorism abroad while releasing convicted kidnappers at home? It is the same contradiction that makes Nigerians question if the government is truly serious about ending insecurity or if it is merely managing headlines. Remember, this is the same Nigeria where officials hold peace talks with armed bandits. In Katsina State alone, meetings were reportedly held across 5 local government councils. Bandits arrived carrying weapons, smiling for photos, and left with the same guns they used to kill villagers. No disarmament, no trial, just handshake and transport fare. So when citizens see these same men being treated better than peaceful protesters, they lose faith. It feels like the system rewards those who carry guns and punishes those who speak truth. Across the country, condemnation poured in. Former Senator Dino Melaye accused the president of wasting NDLEA's efforts after the agency spent years battering narcotics and kidnapping rings. Journalists like Rufai Hussaini reminded Nigerians, a nation that pardons murderers and drug dealers cannot claim to fight corruption. Even some APC loyalists were stunned. One wrote online, Mr. President, whoever advised you on this clemency misled you. The anger cuts across political lines, and for once, Nigerians seemed united in disbelief. And here lies the ultimate contradiction. While murderers walk free, Nnamdi Kanu remains in DSS custody without pardon or resolution. Whether you support or oppose Kanu, one question remains: how can the state be merciful to killers but merciless to prisoners of conscience? This double standard is the moral crisis tearing Nigeria apart. Presidential pardon is constitutional. It's meant for mercy, especially when justice and compassion can coexist. But when used without transparency, it becomes a weapon that erases accountability. Every pardon sends a message, and the message Nigerians hear today is loud and painful. Crime pays, justice whips. In conclusion, if our leaders can free those who terrorized us, who will protect us tomorrow? Is this the Nigeria we dreamt of, where killers go home and victims go to the grave? Share your thoughts below. Do you believe these pardons were acts of mercy or betrayal of justice? I'm Philip for Chinick TV. Don't forget to subscribe, share this report, and join the conversation on what justice really means in today's Nigeria.